It is made for entertainment purposes only. Please invest your own money at your own risk. I am not a financial advisor. Again, this video is not financial advice. What is up, everyone? This is Safe Investor AG, H% Tussy Warrior, and today I'd like to present to you another thesis why I believe the stock market will roll over to the crypto market. Before we start, I'm going to leave the link of this video that I'm about to show you. I'm going to show a portion of it, not all of it, so you guys can watch the full video yourselves. Okay, so this is Max Kaiser about Bitcoin.
All prices are fraudulent at this point in the game because they're not based on supply and demand. They're based on technologically the ability to move prices in the direction you want it to move to hit targets that trigger other events.
Okay, so before we keep going, who is Max Kaiser? Excuse me. So Max Kaiser. Okay, Kaiser is the creator and co-founder and former CEO of HSX Holdings Hollywood Stock Exchange, later sold to Cantor Fitzgerald. Alongside Michael R. Burns, he co-invented the virtual specialist platform on which the Hollywood Stock Exchange operates. All right, so that should be enough. This guy, it's obviously an investor, and he is a huge believer of Bitcoin. So before we proceed with the rest of the video, something that he mentioned is that practically the prices are manipulated and they're not based off of on anything. So I want to show you real quick the stock exchange of all around the world, pretty much. So here we have the Euro, the European Stock Exchange, the Stocks Europe 600. So if we look at it from since the 1998, it's practically been trading sideways. You're welcome to look at the charts yourself. Just look up on Google Stocks Europe 600. So let's go to the next one, the Asian. The Asian market basically peaked back in the 80s and late 80s, and it had a massive crash right after, and it kept crashing for about 10-12 years. It was pretty bad, and it's just recovering back to its all-time high. Will it break the all-time high or not? I'm really not that positive. I'm not betting on that. I'm sorry. So that's the European, the Asian. Now look at the stock exchange, the S&P 500, which is the leading market in the U.S. It's been on the bull run since the massive dump of 2008. It's been on a bull run, and I honestly think it matured at 2021 when it reached that peak of 2022, excuse me, and it crashed in 2020, later that 2022, and it's recovering, and it's making back up to its all-time highs. I'm really not going to bet on, I'm sorry, the US has been running and running and running. I don't think it'll keep running. And then you look at the crypto market. So this is just the market cap. So it's been having massive surges and massive dumps. Massive surges, massive dumps. Over and over and over. This is probably the fourth time. And you can see it right here. Back when Bitcoin right here, it was at 1 billion. This is 1 billion crypto market cap. And he made it all the way to 15 billion, and then he crashed all the way down to about 5 billion again, and then it made it up all the way, see, 5, 4, even 3 billion, and then it spiked all the way to 12, 13, 20, and then it just kaboom all the way to 500 billion. And then this is the third spike it has had. So, and now we're at a crypto winter. Let's continue watching this video so you guys can come up with your own thesis, and I'll share with you my opinion.
Today we have Max Kaiser discussing the looming economic crisis that has been building now for years. and believes that we're now months away from a catastrophic event. The collapse we're seeing of many countries' fiat money systems indicates that the situation is extremely dire. The recent inflation numbers are also a signal of these systems' instability and is surging as we speak. Kaiser emphasizes that the repercussions are tangible, impacting people's ability to afford housing, food, and energy. He points out that not only is the economy spiraling out of control, the interest on US debt has now surpassed even the military's budget. He criticizes the failed promises of economic growth through trickle-down economics, and says that we instead watched an abundance of money printing and misallocated investments, contributing to capital disappearance. This pattern, involving trillions of dollars, has fed into an elusive financial void controlled by major accounting firms. Kaiser predicts a transition to a Bitcoin standard, accelerated by waves of bank failures. He says hundreds of banks are insolvent and sustained by dubious accounting methods, which will be put on display as we start seeing more banking collapses in the months ahead. Let's get right into the latest interview with Max Kaiser.
So, in that switch that we're about to see, remember this, it'll happen because of this. BlackRock has seen this coming, which is why they filed for a spot Bitcoin ETF. They're preparing for this, guys. They know exactly what's about to happen. They're the daddy of all whales, and they want stuff. When they want a catastrophe to happen, it happens. When they don't want it to happen, it won't happen. This will be a simple rollover event. When the market crashes, the stock market crashes, the crypto market will rise. That's what I am predicting. So let's resume to the video.
As he gives his market prediction for the last part of 2023 and how Bitcoin will play a role in crypto, stocks, and financial markets worldwide. Don't forget to share your thoughts and comments down below and leave a like if you enjoy the content we do here. Let's get right into the video.
It's a global fiat money.
Sick of hiring setters that barely book calls for your
goodness.
business?
Excuse
Use
me,
AI
guys.
instead.
Give me 1 second.
We use 5
All right.
Game and enterprise. Everyone knows that they're part of a racketeering criminal enterprise. Jamie Dimon is not ignorant of the fact that he's part of a criminal enterprise. Every banker on Wall Street knows this. Every banker in the world knows this. Every broker knows this. And this is how they talk to each other.
Remember, JP Morgan is building their very own blockchain. I'll make a video announcement of that so everyone stays aware of that fact. But they're making their own blockchain. They're preparing for this rollover, this shift. All the banks are, while in the news, they are reporting that crypto is a scam and quit buying it because they want that all for themselves. Wake up.
When they're, behind the scenes, nobody pretends that it isn't a criminal enterprise. So I think a lot, any professional trade group, when they get together, they talk shop. I'm sure lawyers are, when they get together, you would be surprised how they talk to each other about the law business, right? Or in the doctor business, the medical profession. I'm sure, you put a group of doctors together, you'd be surprised on what they say at the convention, right? It's same thing with bankers and brokers. And I think I think people find that interesting because a lot of people, particularly with money and finance, they are very easily kind of distracted by the language that's being used in the financial press or on CNBC to hide the shell game that's going on. Then a lot of films came out that were in this genre. So like Boiler Room, The Wolf of Wall Street, Margin Call. These are all films that came out in the genre of behind the scenes Wall Street. To blow the lid. I mean, and it shows people speaking as they do in the office, right? Margin Call is a great film, and everything, or The Big Short. It's another dramatization of what happens in brokerage and banking offices every single day around the world. Those stories play out every single day. There's always a Big Short going on somewhere every day, and these things are not. This is the grist of the business. It's the so-called efficient market theory doesn't exist. It's just a bunch of guys in a Bloomberg machines manipulating prices. better than the other guy at their Bloomberg machine manipulating prices. That's the entire world of finance. There is no price discovery. All prices are fraudulent at this point in the game because they're not based on supply and demand. They're based on technologically the ability to move prices in the direction you want it to move to hit targets that trigger other events. That's what's being done. There's no supply and demand in any market at all, anywhere.
So the price manipulation, there is no price discovery, just them manipulating the price to whatever price target they set. Remember that when you look up experts' price predictions. So you have to be ahead of the game in this sense. Now, you're welcome to finish watching the video later because he makes very interesting points. I think it's very valuable, and you guys should be aware of those points whenever you get a chance. So where I'm getting at is, remember, all the markets are manipulated, is what he's saying. I believe so as well. All of this is manipulated. Why can't they manipulate it up higher? Why can't Europe do that? Why can't Japan do it? Remember, there's always a bubble burst. When there's a bubble burst, it's because they were messing with leverage. And I'll explain it later. But yeah, now how has the US been able to get away with pushing the prices higher? And will they reach, as Europe and Asia, will they reach maturity just like these two markets have? I believe so. I wholeheartedly believe it, and I think we're at maturity. And as a matter of fact, that's why I believe that there will be a rotation and a rollover into the crypto market. How? Well, I'd like to take a quick minute and introduce you guys my sponsor of this video, which is Banana Capital. So just so you're all aware, it's a project, and as we read here in the introduction, at its heart, Banana Capital is a blockchain-driven auto battler deeply intertwining finance with its in-gaming elements. The platform provides players with over 5 avenues of potential profits, addressing the challenges outlined in our proceedings thesis chapter. BandCap aims to establish an equitable and transparent system blockchain system. So you guys are welcome to come and join in. They're about to launch their token, and I do own about 25,000 of their token, and they're my sponsor. And what is it going to look like? Well, let's have a quick look at what their battles will. It's to be expected. Here's a quick video. So everything is going to get launched this very month, just so you're all aware, and be on the lookout for it. So anyways, let's get back. So how is this rollover going to happen? I believe it's going to happen with BlackRock. I made a video of how trillions are about to flow through the crypto market, and I will post it at the end of this video so you guys can watch it. But through BlackRock, they're going to have their own ETF pushing through. They're going to push it through Coinbase. They're going to partner up with Coinbase. So obviously, Coinbase stock is going to skyrocket when this happens. It's probably going to start pushing up already. But anyways, it's going to happen, and I'm going to make more predictions later. So what do you guys think? Do you really think that there's going to be a massive crash everywhere? I don't think it'll happen everywhere. I don't think it'll happen in the real estate. I think it'll just be the stock market, because it's time for everything to come back to reality. Look at the S&P 500, guys. It needs to come back to reality. Okay, just like the Euro market did, just like the Asian market did. See, they've matured already. They can't get past it, and they're barely, every time they try, they crash massively. Okay, and they're messing with leverage, which is so dangerous. So it inflates and it deflates. So comment down below, what do you guys think? What's your favorite crypto to hold? You know me, I'm all about HBAR and SOS. Those will make millionaires. It'll make people rich and millionaires. Comment down below. Do you think there's going to be a market rollover like I believe, or do you think everything will crash, including crypto? Again, this is Safe Investor AG. None of this is financial advice. Please do your due diligence and research. And this is Safe Investor AG. H. Bar Sim, Saucy Warrior. Stay saucy.